Hello and welcome to the Seafoam IO's Draft League. This is the last week of battles. I believe this is battle number 2 of week 10. This is between Colin and the New York Latios and Pharaoh and the Eternal Fractal. The Mega Pokemon on each side are Mega Gallade for Colin, which is making an appearance, and Mega Beedrill for Pharaoh, who is also here. The Z Pokemon are Z Attack Drapion for Colin, Z Any Superior. Superior, once again, not showing up this week. For Pharaoh, the Z Pokemon are Z Attack Golisopod, Z Any Indeedee. Golisopod is here. Mega Gallade is here, hoping to try and claim a lead in the kill leader, or in the KO leader MVP race. Currently it was tied with Mega Venusaur, but now Mega Venusaur is taking a slight lead. But it is also tied with Basculin, and as far as actual differential goes, it's tied with Gengar as well. So anything can happen this week. We'll see how it does as far as its matchup goes. If it has knockoff and Poison Jab. Okay, honestly, I think as long as Bastiodon doesn't get off another, oh god, is it Metal Coat? I think that's what it is. But as long as it doesn't get one of those off on Gallade, I think Gallade has a really good chance of sweeping this team if Colin's got good moves on it. Togekiss can be a problem since it can be very bulky. And if it's scarfed with Air Slash, that could also present major problems with Serene Grace. Yeah, really want to look out for Mega Gallade. The only Pokemon it can't really hit is Golisopod, but even then, one good hit that activates Emergency Exit will pretty much render it useless. But it looks like half of Colin's team is weak to Earthquake, or to Ground. So an Earthquake from Bastiodon or even a Drill Run from Mega Beedrill could be pretty bad. Yeah, Pharaoh really just needs to look out for Mega Gallade. It looks like it has an incredibly good matchup in this battle. I think if Beedrill gets a U-turn off on Mega Gallade, though, it'll be fine. Since it easily outspeeds by a lot. Let's see. Drapion looks like it could be a good bring. Resists a lot of the types on this team. Or at the very least, it can handle most of the types on this team. It probably needs to look out for Bastiodon and for a Drill Run from Mega Beedrill. What else? I think Corsola could be very useful in this match since it can take a lot of hits and it can do a ton of chip and a ton of tempo control. Especially, even against, if Gallade doesn't have knockoff, it'll have a very hard time dealing with Corsola. Just because it's going to be very bulky and it is completely immune to fighting. So Colin needs to probably try and take care of Corsola as early as possible. The same can really go for Togekiss and Mega Beedrill. I think if Colin can have a very quick battle, then he'll have a good time winning this. But if he lets Pharaoh control the tempo a bit, then I think it's going to be a much more evenly matched battle. But we'll see what happens. As far as leads, I'm thinking probably Coco and Corsola. Coco and Bastiodon. Volt Switch allows Tapu Koko to switch out, probably trying to not activate the Metal Beam or counter, but also breaking Sturdy, which is incredibly important for Colin, so I think he can switch in Mega Gallade. We can switch in Gallade right now. Smart idea by Colin to just go for an early Volt Switch. That way you can break sturdy. Out comes Gallade. Byleth the Gallade. It's not shiny this time. You know, post time to spoilers! Goes for Protect on the close combat. Smart choice. Probably just switch in Togekiss here. Colin reads that in. Yeah, there's Togekiss of Heart. If he reads this, which he does not, I find it very unlikely that this Togekiss is Scarfed and just goes for Air Slash here. This thing probably has Poison Jab though. If it's not, then Togekiss is gonna have a bit of an easier time. So that's what, 4 Pokemon that don't just get immediately one-shot? Or 2 Pokemon that don't just get, like, immediately one-shot. I don't think this thing has Poison Jab, then. Out comes Type Null, taking 11% from Psychic. Maybe going for that special defense drop? Out comes Corsola. Thunder Wave misses. That's pretty unfortunate. Thunder Wave hits this time. Will-O-Wisp burns. Could be pretty important, although I imagine that Type Null is here just for bulk. Wow. So, U-Turn does all of 2%, which really just it doesn't, for all intents and purposes, it's just no damage. I think Gallade comes out now if it has knockoff, or Drapion. No, out comes Tapu Koko. Whirlpool, interesting. Colin can just Volt Switch out of this, but Whirlpool is an interesting idea. Volt Switch does 18%. Gallade's probably coming out now. Pharaoh does need to be careful against Mega Gallade, since it most likely has knockoff to deal with Corsola. Instead, out comes Moltres. Heavy duty boots, but Corsola is completely paralyzed. That could have been huge. It could have been a Nightshade that I was going to use, which would get good chip damage on Moltres. Good bring on the heavy duty boots though. Don't want to just immediately lose 50% on Moltres when you can use it for something like Beedrill. And now out comes Drapion. Taking a Nightshade, doing 36%. This Drapion has knockoff most likely, so Pharaoh should probably switch out. Which they do. Taking that knockoff. This is a Z-crystalled Golisopod. Does Golisopod get a ground type move? I'm not sure. Uses First Impression, which is enough to KO Drapion. That's... okay. Oh, it's 6-5 now in Pharaoh's favor. Golisopod's a lot stronger than I give it credit for. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's a 90 base power stab priority move. Kinda just does wonders. Out comes Lycanroc. Yeah, it outspeeds. Now out comes Corsola, taking a Stone Edge, doing 46%, but Cursed Body disables it. That was significant damage. Wow. I believe Lycanroc gets some sort of dark type move, like Crunch. Definitely not a smart idea to keep Corsola in here because of that, but... always a chance that Colin just... Well, no, we can't go for another Stone Edge. This is also most likely no guard anyways. I think the safest play for Pharaoh is to switch out into Bastidon. Colin's most likely switching out here anyway, so Pharaoh could just go for a free Nightshade or a Will-O-Wisp. Maybe trying to switch into Gallade. If Pharaoh burns Gallade, then Colin might just have to sack it. Because there's just not much it can do. Aside from using knockoff on Corsola, there's just simply not much that Mega Gallade can do if it's burned. We could always just set up Stealth Rock if Colin put Stealth Rock on Lycanroc. Instead, out comes Tapu Koko. Pharaoh elects to switch into Togekiss. A Thunderbolt will most likely KO. Colin uses Volt Switch, doing 18%. If Togekiss has Wish, now might be the time to send it out on a knockoff. Instead, Mega Gallade gets a knockoff on Corsola. It's now 5-5. Out comes Golisopod. First Impression will likely do good damage to everything but Moltres, which it still does 9% do, all things considered. For a 4 times resisted move, that's alright damage. Centiskorch comes out, Air Slash misses. That's a great call out or a great move by Colin to use. Now out comes Togekiss. 24% on the Air Slash. Not sure if Togekiss is going to outspeed, or what Moltres could possibly have for Togekiss. Seems to just be going for a flinch on Air Slash. Psychic drops Special Defense. If Colin can get a flinch on Air Slash, which he doesn't go for, he switches into Type Null instead. Pharaoh uses Wish. This will maybe go to Golisopod? If Pharaoh can keep Togekiss healthy, it could do very well in this match. Colin uses Thunder Wave on Togekiss. That could be pretty bad. Looks like Iron Head goes off, but Togekiss is paralyzed. There's been a lot of para hacks this battle. Iron Head doing 16%. Ooh, Heal Bell. Very interesting. Psychic brings Type Null down to 11%, which U-turns out, doing, again, just next to no damage. I think this Type Null is incredibly defensively invested. Stone Edge, one-hit KOs. It's now 5-4 in Colin's favor. Golisopod comes out. Type Null comes out. Getting KO'd by the rocks. Aqua Jet goes off. Interesting. Out comes Mega Gallade. We only know 2 moves. Does Gallade have Thunder Punch? It might. If Togekiss had Wish and elected to switch into Bastidon, Bastidon could have probably safely gone for a Metal Coat here. Or not in this case, but just in general. Zen Headbutt does 33%. Golisopod is forced to emergency exit. Pharaoh switches into Beedrill. U-turn here is going to do a ton of damage to everything but probably, except for Moltres. So Colin likely just switches into Moltres here. Then U-turns and probably doesn't switch into either one of the 2 Bug-type Pokemon. or one of the 2 other Bug-type Pokemon. There are 3 Bug-type Pokemon here on Pharaoh's team. There's Mega Beedrill. Brick Break does 17%. Dead Headbutt. That's interesting. I wonder why Pharaoh didn't just go for... If Pharaoh had gone for U-turn and then gone to Bastiodon, or even just into either one of the other 2 Bug-type Pokemon, I really want to know why Pharaoh didn't go for U-turn there. That was just the play. Now Mega Gallade gets a more or less just a clean sweep here. Golisopod probably goes for first impression. Mega Gallade does have a defense drop, so first impression could do a good amount of damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough to take care of Mega Gallade. And even at that, then there's Moltres and Lycanroc to deal with, both of which outspeed these 2 remaining Pokemon. Out comes Moltres. First impression does 10%. Aqua Jet does 40%. Air Slash KOs Golisopod. It is now 4-1 in Colin's favor. Centiskorch comes out. Air Slash does 75%. Knockoff KOs Moltres. And Mega Gallade comes back out, likely to finish off. Knockoff KOs. It is a 3-0 victory for Colin and the New York Latios over Pharaoh in the Eternal Fractal. Like I said, Mega Gallade, it didn't quite have what I thought it had, but it did remarkably well. Mega Gallade, I believe, now moves into 2nd on the KO leaderboard. Or possibly 1st even, I'm not quite sure. But either way, very good match between these 2 teams. I think if Pharaoh U-turned on Mega Gallade, that could have gone completely differently. But I think I understand why now he went for that Brick Break. Maybe to take care of Lycanroc on a switch. But... well, that's the battle anyways, so we'll see y'all later.